Welcome back to Circle Club Entertainment for another Diecast review here on the channel. And today we're going to be taking a look at another 2023 NASCAR Diecast. Of course, we're finishing up the 2023 season of NASCAR Diecasts. This one right here is going to be Chase Briscoe and his 2023 Mahindra Tractors number 14 Darlington Throwback Ford Mustang for Stewart-Haas Racing. So it's that time of year, or that time of releasing, of course, the last half of the previous year, heading into the new year, in this case 2023, heading into 2024, finally started to get the throwback diecast and some of the patriotics. We got a bit of the patriotics a little bit before some of the throwbacks, but now the throwbacks are really starting to kick into high gear. Of course, the Goodyear 400 line of diecasts. And this right here is going to be the Chase Briscoe throwback. And this is a car that pays tribute to Tony Stewart's 2000 Turkey Night Grand Prix winning paint scheme from the year 2000. I initially thought this was just a Chase Briscoe old midget car, like those small type of race cars, but this is actually a Tony Stewart Turkey Night Grand Prix car, and it's the paint scheme he run on that type of race car in the year 2000. So it's technically a Tony Stewart throwback, which is really cool that he's letting his drivers drive his paint schemes. That's something that's pretty cool. I love that a lot. And it definitely, the flames on this car look super good. This almost looks like a hot rod, man. Especially when you have such a bright color like white in the background. Then, of course, the flames having the red and the gradient orange, dark burnt orange to red with a subtle black looking outline to it. What could be better than that? Classic flames. Of course, here's the box right here. The Chase Briscoe Mahindra Tractors Darlington Throwback. A spectacular car here. And fun fact, this is the first throwback diecast review of the Circle Club Entertainment era. So that's going to be something to keep in mind as we take a look at this diecast. So without further ado, let's get this diecast out of the box. Alright, folks, here it is. Brand new out of the box. Of course, the Chase Briscoe Mahindra Tractors Darlington Throwback. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is a sharp-looking hot rod. No pun intended, because this thing legitimately looks like a hot rod. Of course, it looked kind of funny on that sort of, what do you call it, the quarter midget cars. It's like a longer type of car. Maybe you dirt fans or asphalt fans know the type of smaller cars that I'm talking about. Of course, you can look up pictures of it on the internet as well. The 2000 Turkey Night Grand Prix Tony Stewart car. It's a really small, like, open wheel type of race car. Looks like a lot of fun. But this diecast right here is a throwback to that, and man, does it look spectacular. Chase Briscoe has really, really nice looking diecasts. Has gotten a lot of good ones recently. And this is definitely one of them, the Mahindra Tractors throwback design right here. And what's cool about it, this is a Ford, and so was that original race car. So everything's coming full circle with this throwback, and that's what I really love about it. So let's get into this diecast review. You got number 14, Stewart-Haas Racing, Ford Mustang. Of course, the Ford logo on the hood right there. Of course, the Mustangs are not going to look like this in 2024. It's going to have a new mold. You have Mahindra Tractors with the weird, wonky hood vents. No, it's not a decal. It's not a decal error. I'm just not a fan of how the hood vents look on the next-gen cars. Just my opinion. But that is how it's supposed to look. Just the way the Mahindra Tractors logo gets all warped right there is just kind of bothering me a little bit. Of course, you got Mahindra Tractors, Ford. You got Ford and Briscoe. Of course, he colored in banners, which is super cool. Very cool looking hood. Hang that up in a restaurant. It's going to look great. You got Sunoco right there. Of course, white Goodyear. It looks a little bit funny on this side. This side, of course, looks better. But on the right side, you get a wonky folded up Goodyear in white, of course, with the white Goodyears on the wheels. Still got the weird looking, like, normal Goodyear. It really should have a more retro styled font. The only throwback that was properly done that I've done the review on was Joey Logano's throwback of the way the Goodyear font looks. It's just like a normal, generic looking Goodyear font on this particular model here, and a few of the other models that came before the Logano throwback. Of course, you have the 75th anniversary logo for NASCAR. NASCAR salutes. You got number 14 right there, Chase Briscoe, and his name and all his information. Then, of course, you have Ford, Haas, Code 3 Associates, Mobile One, and Mahindra Tractors, Rush Truck Centers. Then, of course, the big Mahindra Tractors logo on the side, highpoint.com, Ford Performance, Renee, Gear Wrench, Rush Truck Centers, and MVP, Magical Vacation Planner, which is what that stands for. Of course, Ford Performance, of course, being back on the car, paying tribute to how the original car had Ford Racing on it, which is super cool. All the OG sponsors, including some of his new ones, like High Point Gear Wrench, Rush Truck Centers, they're just all collaborating to make such an awesome throwback. A mix of old school and new school. Of course, you have Mahindra tractors on the tail light bar, of course, in the back. You got Mobile 1, number 14, a Ford license plate with the 2023 registration sticker on the license plate. Mahindra tractors since 1994. Oh, wow, 94. So Mahindra tractors has been around for quite a while, judging by the looks of that. Got Briscoe and Mahindra tractors. Yeah, number 14 on the roof. So now for the paint scheme itself, of course, you got the biofuel logo right there. Black spoiler, white roof rails, and a black splitter in the front, which has a few dings and scratches underneath. But that's fine. Chips are underneath the splitter. The main color for this car, of course, is white. Doesn't seem to be any particular kind of white. This is pretty much the normal white they use on all the diecasts that have white. I could be wrong about that, but it's kind of how the white looks to me, based on the lighting and all that. So, we're going to start out with the numbers first. Door numbers. Look at that. It even has like an actual like shadowy effect behind it. Behind the white outline shadow, there's actually a real shadow there, which looks super good. It's like the numbers like hovering over the side decal, which is kind of cool. You got the white outline, of course the shadow there, the black outline, the thin red outline, and the yellow number fill-in. On the top, it's going to be a gray outline, a dark gray outline, a black shadow outline, a white outline, and a red number fill-in on the top. So we got different types of 14s. Yellow on the sides with the red outlines and stuff like that. And then on the top, it's the red with the white and gray and black outlines. The back has the same type that's on the roof. And on the front has the same type as on the roof, the red. So now for the paint scheme, which is going to be pretty simple, but it depends on your definition of simple. It is pretty simple to just make a white car and throw flames on, but the moment you start looking at the gradients and all the details on it, it gets pretty intense. So it has a normal looking back of a car, right? Normal looking deck lid of a car, normal looking top of a car, and then, look at the sides. Look at the hood. Flames. Yeah, that's right, folks. Classic flames are back for next gen. And I gotta say, this is almost better. I don't want to say better. Do I dare say this? Better than the Exalta cars. Because the new Exalta car for 2024 does not have any gradient flames on it. This does. I mean, look at you're going to see the difference if you compare that car to this. Pardon the little decal paper. This should be going from yellow to that light orange. But look at this. See like how they still put the decals, but you can see the lines of it. So that's not too great, but just looking at the paint scheme of it, it starts out with a yellowish orange, like a very light tangerine orange, a bit leaning towards yellow. And then it's going to fade, the gradient's going to fade into the sort of another shade of orange. It's kind of like how red looks like when it fades up, as you can see on the hood right there. And it kind of takes the shape of the outlinings of the flames, as you can see right there. A bit of the yellow orange still continues over the nose cone right there. And of course, at the edges of the flames, the upper final bits of the flames are going to be all that red color. And the outline to the flames, are they gray or red or blue? Because there's times where it looks like it's blue, and then sometimes it looks like it's gray. It looks like to be gray on the hood. Could be wrong. It's just hard to see. But that's the whole flame pattern covering up the entire hood right there. And of course, nicely wrapping around the wheel wells. You can see once again the fading from the light into the dark orange, from the light orange, yellowish orange to the dark red. On the sides, you can see the flames continue and stop right before the rear wheel well line. Of course, you can see the flames are just shooting across the side. It's hot. This is a hot-looking race car, hot rod type of paint scheme, and it looks great on this. So let's get a closer look at the flames on the door. So see how it kind of looks like it has a blue outline? It's sort of between like a dark blue or a dark gray. Very, very close to both. More maybe leaning towards the gray. I would have to look at original pictures of the car to verify if that's accurate or not. Regardless, having the gradient pattern from light orange to dark orange on the flames and just having an outline to it looks sick. This is cool, man. It's like they dipped it in flames and it just looks Very good looking. I love the look at this, and it definitely looked great on the old car. I looked at pictures of it before the video. I was like, wow, this looks pretty cool. And to have it on the next-gen Ford Mustang, or just any next-gen NASCAR, it's super good. Definitely better than the Exalta car. I gotta say that. The original Exalta car had the gradient flames on it, so I don't know why they ever got rid of that. The dark gray rims on it look pretty good. Crap. I really wish they would paint the wheels. Like, maybe make it orange. I know the original car had chrome, but if I was designing it, maybe orange rims. But I know, you gotta be accurate. But even then, instead of doing the dark gray rims, maybe chrome would have looked better on this. I mean, you could wheel swap it if you have two Logano throwbacks. You could put, like, the really silvery wheels with the retro Goodyears, and you could swap it on. You just undrill these two little rivets and swap the chassis and put the wheels and all that. It could easily be done, but, you know, still a good-looking car. So he has a 360 view of this car right here. Here's the front of the car. Ooh, focus. There you go. Here's the front of the car. Here's the hood. Here's the right side of this car. And another thing is, you can see the Mahindra logo. It's not like a retro-styled font. It's just a new modern font. But it does have a gray outline to it to help it stand out, and a thicker white outline, which I gotta say, that does make this car look good. Just the design choices for certain logos, especially Mahindra tractors, the way it looks. There's the right side. Here's the back. Here's the deck lid. Since 1994. I still can't believe 94. That's a long time. Of course, you have the top here, the top profile of this car. Here's the left side, which is the same as the right side. No split paint job or anything like that I could tell. Looks like all the decals are the same, just mirrored to the other side. Just a good-looking car. Look at the flames, man. The flames, the gradient fade in those flames. It just looks spectacular. Great-looking car. Just what a cool diecast is. What a fun diecast review this has been, looking at this car. I gotta say, this is for me, one of the more hyped-up Chase Briscoe cars. Like, the moment I saw this throwback, I was like, gotta get it, because this thing looks so retro, so cool, and just the gradient flames on it really adds to it. It's not just any one color flame. It's actually got detail that matches the original. So what do you guys think about this diecast? Of course, let us know in the comment section down below. Thank you all for checking out this diecast review. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next... Why do I feel like I forgot to point a logo out? I brought that up today. Did I mention the Sunoco logos? I hope I didn't miss that, but yep, every car has the Sunoco logos. I don't know why I went back and forgot, but you know, things happen. So thank you all for checking out this diecast review. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next diecast review here on the Circle Club Entertainment channel. Don't be afraid, join the club, subscribe to the channel, and always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecasts.